Hey guys, it's Chris with HotShotsCatering.com, and did you know today marks the 50th anniversary of the NASA moon landing? Well, it's just in time for our product review of what I have in this little cylindrical box here, and this is going to be a good show. Don't miss it. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, and welcome back. So 20 years ago to this day, which is July 20th, 2019, we landed on the moon. And it just kind of so happened to work out very, very nicely because I wanted to introduce and do an unboxing of something that I have in here, which you're gonna see in 1 second. But something that I wanted to actually bring up, if you know us, HotShotsCatering.com, we actually utilize a certain brand of espresso, and that brand's called Lavazza. And Lavazza, back in 2015, actually was the first company of its kind to do espresso along with an espresso machine and put it up on the ISS, which is the International Space Station. And the cool factor about all that is that espresso, if you know anything, and if you're a nut like me, and you watch the NASA TV station, or the NASA channel, I should say, and you kind of get a good idea of really how the astronauts eat and drink in outer space, you can obviously see that hot items such as coffee and liquid items are probably not a great mix. So when they did this, it was kind of interesting. They made different types of style of cups. They made different introductions of how to actually make a cup of coffee, and you would think, oh, well, it should be pretty simple, right? Well, some people might like sugar and cream in their coffee, and the liquids, cream and coffee in space, actually don't mix together. So they actually had to create a pouch and different types of things to actually make it so that they can mix the ingredients together to make a cup of coffee or make various different things. And then not only that, how do you get an espresso machine to do everything it needs to do in space? So very, very cool. I suggest you go out and check it out. I'll put a link in the description box too if you want to read more about that. But Lavazza was not only one of the first major companies in Italy to produce very high-end gourmet Italian espresso, but they were also the first company to launch an espresso machine in space so that astronauts can enjoy a great cup of coffee. So with that being said, I wanted to go over something that I have in this box, and I'll just tell you, it is an actual coffee cup. So if you know the trend right now, one of the big trends is they call it augmented reality. And if you've been following my channel, my social media, I sometimes post some augmented reality stuff that's pretty popular on iPhones and Androids. And what it is it's basically almost like a 3D animation. Now, this cup, what's interesting about it is it does augmented reality, but it actually calls it AstroReality. And so without further ado, let me open this up. This is with NASA, has helped create this cup. And it's very, very unique. It is a ceramic cup. But this is basically an unboxing. This is what you get in the box. You basically get a cup, and you get some pretty simple instructions on how to utilize this cup, how to download the app. There is an app that comes with it. So pretty simple. Yeah, nice little packaging that comes with it, I will say. Very, very cool. But basically, this is the cup. And all it is a unique ceramic cup. You can see there's something inside on the bottom there, okay, which is called ASM Cygnus. All right, and it's called the Space AR Mug, and it's from NASA. Now, they also have another one for augmented reality, their notebook, which is really cool. It's something I'm looking at getting as well. But it's basically a notebook, and then you utilize your phone to create the augmented reality of it. And it will actually, I think it even tells you a little bit of history, the moon landing, things like that, which is really, really cool. So the uniqueness of this cup which I'll go over in a second. But not only the uniqueness of what it does, but the actual shape. They spent many months trying to come up with something cool, something that has to do either sci-fi, and really, in their case, they got a lot of this from satellites and things like that. So the whole concept around this cup is visually pretend that this is almost a satellite in space. And when you utilize the augmented reality, it's almost like a telescope looking down on Earth. Now the cup size is about, width, it's about 2 inches, 2.76 inches, and the length is about 4.72 inches in length. So it's a nice size cup. It's very sturdy, very nice. And the way the grooves and everything on this make it really unique to hold. And it's not gonna slip out of your hands. But very, very interesting type of cup, style of cup. The other thing I was going to mention is when I get into the augmented reality portion of this, they have up to 200 countries, I believe, and over 10,000 cities that you can kind of look down on, which will make some interesting perspective here in a second for you to understand. So with that said, basically what you would do is you take this cup. Now, unfortunately, and I haven't really tried this yet, but I'm assuming, unfortunately, you can't use this cup the way it is if it's filled. So it has to be an empty cup, and you'll understand here in a second why I say that. In order to utilize it, other than drinking coffee out of it, but to utilize it in the manner that I'm about to show you with the app. So the app is downloaded. You're going to open the app up right here. It's going to bring you to this screen. And you're going to go to Cygnus Space Mug. You're going to open that up. It's going to start downloading. It takes a few minutes to download it as the little Earth is spinning there. But as soon as it's downloaded, then all you're going to do is take your mug and you're going to look directly down inside. And that starts your exploration, which is very, very cool. Now it takes a second for it to just kind of download. But after that, after you can kind of start seeing that, hopefully, you can kind of see that it actually is moving as well, like you're actually a satellite or a spaceship above Earth, which I think is just really, really cool. So that gives you a look down in. Then you can actually click this little Earth button down below. Okay, so you click on this little Earth button here. Let's see if I can do that. And then you can go to any of these cities around the world and have a look. So let's go to like New York City. We're going to go to New York. That's going to give us a view of New York. And you can see it's slowly moving. So very, very cool. You can extend out, go down deep inside, and kind of get a cool look. You can also take pictures, which is absolutely awesome as well. And it'll get you a picture of these various different places. But that's essentially it and what this mug can do. So very, very cool looking mug. So that's it. So that's the cup in itself, the augmented reality, the AstroReality. It's very, very cool. And I would say, you know, if you're someone like me, I'm a space nut. If you love everything space, definitely go out and get this thing. This thing is awesome just to have on your shelf. If anything, it's a nice piece of art, as well as something you can drink out of occasionally. I have a lot of cups and stuff from clients, past clients, and this is definitely going to be something I'm going to have on there as well. But also, if you have kids, nephews, nieces, brothers, sisters, this is something cool too. You know, have it out, take out your phone and show the augmented reality to them so they get a glimpse of what space looks like. Kids like me, I was always fascinated with that type of stuff. So, and it's interesting fact too is I think as of 2018, there's only been 516 astronauts or people in space that have actually had this same view. So that's something, just kind of a tidbit information that is kind of cool and unique to the whole thing itself. And as far as I know, all of the images are directly real images or simulated images from actual satellite images. So that's another cool factor of this whole thing as well. So just a cool thing to have. If you love coffee and you love space, then definitely pick this thing up. Like I said, I'll put all the information in the description box below. As far as I know, NASA has this cup, and they also have a notebook as well that does the augmented or AstroReality, something cool to pick up and show off to your friends and family. Other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say about this. I would highly recommend, if you guys haven't done so already, since it is the 50th anniversary of the moon landings, go out and learn something about space, learn something about the moon landings itself. I just saw videos with my fiance about a week or so ago. We went to the UFO festival in Roswell, and they had some stuff about the moon landing and things out there. We got to watch a video on it, and it's just so fascinating how, to me, the technology that they had and were able to do something 50 years ago that basically one time I read, the Furby dolls was about as much technological advancement that they had at the time to get onto the moon and off the moon. So that's kind of the computerized system, if you think of it as what they had. And then the whole time of the capsule and being alone in space or being with another person in space, just the whole aspect of how long that trip was and the confinement of it. I mean, you had to have some really good mental capacity. These guys were amazing, so and are amazing. So anyways, check it out. Learn something new today for the 50th anniversary of the NASA moon landings. And other than that, I will see you guys next time with another great video from Hot Shots Catering. And this is Hot Shots TV. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching this video today. And if you want to see more great content, click here. Have you subscribed yet? Click here. Do you want to find out more about Hot Shots? Go to hotshotscatering.com and find out why we are the premier gourmet coffee caterer in the DFW Metroplex. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.